Hey there! Thanks so much for watching. And if you're new here, welcome. My name is Andrea and I love the Pilates Method of Exercise. If you've been here before, welcome back. It's so lovely to have you here and thank you so much for watching this video. Today I have a tutorial that I like to call a hack for the side kicks. And we're going to take a look at the ladder barrel stretches that are done here, the standing stretches. And they are the best hack I've found yet to better your side kick series on the mat. In the second half of this video, we'll go to the mat and take a look at what we do here and trying to apply it to the side kick series. But first, let's just talk a little bit about what you can gain here that makes it challenging once you're lying on your side on the mat. And the first reason it's better here is because you have an apparatus. Otherwise on the mat, it's just you and the mat. Even if you have a very nice studio mat like I have, it's still kind of just you, right? So here at the ladder barrel, there's an angst-filled, really impossible moment that is gonna really illuminate what we do in the side kicks, and also what we do in the side kicks is gonna illuminate what we do here. So I had been talking on Instagram and maybe also in a previous video about how 2020 was going to be my year to master the side kicks because it's an exercise that I really enjoy and like, and it really feels good right now. I never thought I would ever say this. So this is part of was part of my journey on getting better at the side kicks and learning to appreciate what they can do for my body. So here at the ladder barrel, and I have this platform because A, I'm a little bit petite, and 2, I'm a little bit tight in my back and my hips. So this really ensures me that I can accomplish the exercise, and I also do it without this platform because to make it a little more challenging as well. So first I'm going to start by lifting my stomach, keeping my bottom lifting so that I can bring my leg up and onto the barrel. And then this is the point where you want to start standing on your feet, right? Because side kicks, you're going to go to the front and then you're going to go to the back. And so here we're going to work on that front part. So if you stand on both legs, you can feel your hips even against the back of the ladder. And then I'm just going to start. I'm going to go down. And then I'm going to feel like I take the lift and the roll back up from the standing on my feet sort of thought, shall we say. And I'm just going to get my hair out of the way. I don't know about you, but I never want a high maintenance hair when I'm working out. Like when it falls in my face, I'm ready to be rid of it. So I'm going to go to the front. And then I'm going to lift my powerhouse, lift my stomach, and kind of unfurl that next position. So I'm still standing, especially on the one that's on the ladder. On the barrel. And so let's pretend I've done 3 of those, and then hold everything together so that I can stand. And this standing leg is going to push the whole show forward. And then my powerhouse is going to scoop up, and it's going to pull me back. So I'm going to push forward, shades of Russian splits, right? And then scoop the stomach and pull yourself back. One more time. Hold onto your stomach so that when you start moving, nothing falls apart. And then lift and come back. Okay, so now here's the moment you've all been waiting for. This is the part where someone tells you about this part of the ladder barrel stretches, everyone sort of is just like, oh my God, really? Oh my God. So you're going to stand on both legs, especially the bottom leg, and you're going to reach the other one to your nose. This is a little brilliant moment of non-momentum as you kick to the front in the side kicks. So this is training you, actually your side kicks are training you to do this. And we're going to veer a little bit away from the side kicks, sort of, but also on the side kicks, you also go up to the side. So let's take a look at the side. Pardon my back. And here too, you're going to lift your leg up in the side kicks all the way and another inch. And so here's your other inch. Now this is a little bit more challenging because, you know, everyone's connection side into their body is a little bit different. And so I scoop my leg a little bit forward toward the edge, the front edge of the barrel, so that I feel like my leg is still part of my powerhouse, so that I can pull it in and stand and lift. And then I'm going to turn back to the front. So I'm just going to do that all on the other side. So I'm going to take my leg off with control, and I'm going to lift it back up there with control. I'm going to stretch over and then lift. Ooh, this is the tighter side to stretch over on my leg. Keep standing, 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 standing. And then I held onto my powerhouse and I did a little bit of forward, pushing with this standing leg, and then scooping the stomach back. One more. And then here's the moment you've been waiting for, to stand and reach, and stand and reach. And this probably reminds you of other exercises too, like our across one leg circle. Oh, I'm going to take that back up there. Okay, let's go to the side, on this side. So again, I'm kind of keeping my leg, you know, not all the way out to the side, but where I feel like it's still attached to my powerhouse. And I like to move sometimes away from the ladder so that I don't kind of lean over to lift my leg. I'm sure you've seen that before. So this way I feel like I can stand and I can try to lean. Maybe I'm just leaning over anyway and I'm giving myself a little space to lean over. It doesn't feel quite as much of a heave-ho, let's say. And you would do the same kind of holding yourself together to slide out to the front, out to the side here as well. And then I'm going to go back to the front. So that actual standing on the ladder barrel, for me, I found it extremely helpful to kind of build in that standing one-leggedness and then take that to the mat when I'm lying on my side and I have to imagine that I'm standing. So let's take our imagination and our skills from the ladder barrel stretches, and I will meet you on the mat and we'll take a look at the side kicks. Thanks so much. See you soon. So here we are on the mat and we're going to try out our side kicks hack, especially with the front back version. That's really the only one we're going to look at because there's a moment here that corresponds brilliantly with that crazy, oh my gosh, how is this even possible moment on our ladder barrel stretches. So let's just take a look at, now lying on our side, how we can translate standing on our feet at the ladder barrel into this side lying exercise. You'll get out your imaginations for this part. I'm going to set up my side kick. I'm lining my back up against the back edge of the mat, and I'm bringing my feet toward the front edge of the mat for now. And this arm is going to go back onto the mat here, so it's giving me a little bit of a checkpoint so that if my body starts to move forward, I'll feel it and I can keep everything lifted up. So first, before the side kick even starts, I'm just going to kind of search for that feeling of standing on my feet. And it's really the most challenging with the lower leg that's on the mat. Sometimes it's hard to get it to work properly. And if any of you out there are a little bit like me, where one side is not as skilled as the other, it might be challenging to figure out if you are indeed standing on both of your feet. So I'm going to stand on both of my feet, and I'm going to imagine that as I bring my leg to the front, that bottom leg is still standing, 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 and my seat is really working hard on that side. And then here's our moment of standing on the lower one and lifting with no momentum. And then I'm going to go to the back. And then I'm going to stand. So that bottom leg kind of may take constant cultivation. I'm going to go as far as I can, and then I'm going to stand down and lift with my stomach. I'm just going a little bit faster. So that little last inch, especially to the front, that is the secret to figure out how to lift your leg off that ladder barrel. And I'm just gonna do the other side. Because again, if you have one side that's not as skilled, it's gonna be a little bit of a different exercise on each side. So standing in that bottom leg and top leg, to the front, another inch, to the back, another inch, to the front and back. So you gotta really lift the bottom so that the stomach can help the other side lift up. So how'd you do? I kind of feel like just pretending that I'm standing on my feet in the side kicks, especially for that front back, is really super helpful to get everything working, because it's sort of hard to tell if that leg on the mat is doing anything or not. And that also reminds me that as you're standing in this leg, it's going to really help any kind of working leg noise, like maybe when you move your top working leg around, like you get like a hip click or something kind of sounds funky in there. Really investigate to see if the other side is doing anything, because sometimes an overworking side gets tired and cranky and doesn't like it after a while. And so really investigate to see if the other side is working, and then maybe see if they are a little bit happier. I hope this helps. Thank you so much for watching. If you have questions about this or how it can relate to other exercises in the system, oh, you know how much I love that, please leave me a comment. Let's have a conversation about that, my favorite topic. And if you want to see more videos like this, please do become a subscriber. You'll get videos every week, twice a week, hopefully, at least once a week. And I will see you later. Thank you so much. I totally enjoy our time together, and I hope you do too. Thank you so much. Bye.